Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, great, thank you. So, obviously, we're at Toca Social. Are you a big football fan, and do you like Angry Birds?
Yeah, do you know what? I love watching the major games, like when it's like City, Arsenal, United, Chelsea. Always go with the lads to the pubs to watch it, so...
Right, so The Apprentice, how is that like? It's so crazy to watch. Loved your little bit of the acting last week with the personal training. So what is the whole process like when it comes to The Apprentice?
For sure. I mean, I'm not going to lie, the apprentice process is very intense. Like, even when applying through the process, I was just like, oh, yeah, I got into selection day, I was thinking, I'm in. But no, there's thousands and thousands of people that still apply. You have to go through, even within the first stage, 4 or 5 different rounds, then you get invited back to second, third, and then you eventually get on it, you eventually get on it, and you know what? It was one of the best experiences ever for me.
When it comes to waking up, you get that phone call to be like, you've got to be XYZ in XYZ, which normally seems like a very short amount of time. How real is that? Because it looks like it could be pre-recorded.
Yeah, so the 20-minute wake-up call, essentially, the cars are not going to leave in 20 minutes, but they want you to be ready ASAP. So you need to be mic'd up, all of that, not within the 20 minutes, but they want you to be ready 20 minutes so you can get mic'd up and stuff within the 40 minutes, basically. So you have about an hour, but you have to be basically downstairs within 20 minutes.
So when it comes to the challenges as well, do you ever get nervous about the challenges? And especially when you hear them, you're like, are you ever like, oh my word, I can't do this challenge?
With the challenges, yeah, for sure. With the challenge, you definitely feel, scared, nervous, especially because if you can't contribute, you can't do much because you don't know what to do, then you're on the firing line. But I think the mindset to go into it is you just have to do it, give it your all, because otherwise, if you fail, you'll be brought back into the boardroom.
Okay, what is that boardroom like, and what is it like being in front of Tim, Baroness Brady, and Lord Sugar?
So in that boardroom, I don't think I've ever felt more scared in my life. Especially when I got brought back into week 2, where it's never happened in Apprentice history, where I was about to go home, relax, and then get a call back from the candidate saying, and then get a call back from Lord Sugar saying he wants to see me in the boardroom. And my heart just dropped, because you have Karen, Tim, Lord Sugar all looking at you saying, what did you do? What did you contribute? Who do you think is the failure of the task? And you literally have to think on the spot, because if not, then you literally could get fired, and you never know what Lord Sugar is thinking. He literally could just fire you on the spot, and then boom, the time's over.
And having Baroness Brady and Tim on the challenges, is it quite intimidating?
Having Baroness Brady and Tim on the challenges, 100% challenging. Because they look over you, and then you can see sometimes they're nodding their heads like this, and then you're like, oops, I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear, but what did I do wrong? Like that, and also the disappointment in their faces know that something's wrong. And literally, it's just like having a head teacher looking over you, giving reports, and you're in that time constraint. People don't realize you have about 10, 15 minutes to do X, Y, and Z. You don't have all day to think about stuff.
And then for people that want to go on the show in the future, what advice would you give them?
All advice. Couple of advices will be yourself. Literally, the best way to do it is do not shy away from speaking back. I think just say what's on your mind and contribute to every task. Whether you're good at it or not, if you don't do it, as long as it's like, okay, X, Y, and Z, and you got reasoning behind it, do it. Because people that are lazy, that don't contribute, that are just, hide behind the bush, he will find out.
And also when it comes to the welfare, what is the welfare like?
To be honest, I'm not going to lie, the welfare was absolutely amazing. They looked after us so well. So you have a welfare team in the house, people in that big house, there's about 4 or 5 members. They order your food, shopping, whatever you want. They wake you up, they look after you, whatever you need. So the welfare for me was very good, and I respect each and one of them.
What about the welfare after the show?
So the welfare after the show also has not been too bad. We get a weekly phone call from a lady called Sam. She gives us weekly calls, checking in on us, X, Y, and Z, and making sure everything's fine. But to be honest, obviously I think she's just doing her due diligence.
And when it comes to the edit as well, is it ever frustrating to watch the edit and be like, oh, that's not how it is, and then everyone having their 2 pence on social media?
The edits, to be fair, because people don't realise we're filming for 8-9 hours a day over a 3-day...
I think longer than that.
Probably even longer, actually. Over 3 days. So imagine 3 days plus 10 hours worth of filming, that's 30 hours. And in that 30 hours, you only get 1 hour shown for TV. So look how much gets cut. They do so much filming, and I think personality-wise, it's fair enough what people are. But people don't realize what gets cut off. So like the reason why people make X, Y, and Z decisions is because of how the show's portrayed. Like if the other team chose a certain character, we can't choose the same. Like if the other team chose human, we have to choose creature. You can't both choose the same type of animal, same type of color, same type, which people don't realize.
And then lastly, what else can we expect from you in the future?
Oh, the future, so lots of stuff's happening. I'm opening up my own gastro pub in Stockwell. So it's very exciting.
You have to come to that.
Yep, it's in Stockwell. It's called the Elephant and Barrel in Stockwell. We're the only pub in the whole of the UK to have a robotic-sized elephant. It moves, it squirts water. I've got one of the biggest beer gardens as well in central London that fits 150, so perfect for the World Cup.
When is that opening?
I've literally just signed the contracts with Heineken today, and it's hopefully opening up in the end of May.
Mate, I have to come. If you're having a launch party, invite me.
Launch party for it. It's going to be big. All the other candidates are going to come. It's going to be massive. Because I'm also a mixologist. I'm a bartender as well.
Mate, thank you so much and enjoy tonight.
Thank you so much.